Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be full week of the 15th going to the 21st of April. So let's dive in. I just want to say I did shout out to the winners. So check out my community page and make sure you look at your notifications because some of you have not claimed your reading yet. So I don't know if you saw the post or not, but I have tagged you in it. So hopefully you know who you are, but make sure you go and look at the post just to make sure. Because one of you have won, a few of you have won, 3 of you. So make sure you go and check that out, okay? Otherwise, I might have to go through the comments again and pick a few more others, okay? But anyway, let's dive into your reading. My lovely Aries, let's see what's going on for you guys. All right, first card out. Let's get one more, please, Spirit, for Aries this week. I wanted to say, like, I'm feeling a bit messy. I'm feeling a bit disorganized. Ooh. Is there a problem with your heart, Aries? I hope not literally. Go see a doctor. The anxiety in the 4th chakra here, there's a worry here. Whether this is coming from something that you love, because it's the heart chakra, okay? Or you're just worried about maybe health. It's a green energy. You're worried about your health, someone else's health. I'm going to dive more into this. But you're struggling with a little bit of anxiety at the moment, my lovely Aries, when it's something to do with either your relationship, something that you love, someone that you love, or your heart is feeling a little bit sensitive. Just anxiety. Yeah, it makes sense. I was going to say, when you're anxious, it literally says anxiety, so it makes sense. Right, let's see, please, for Aries. You have by the book. Could be about studies. That card is about studies. It's also just about like following the lead, going by the book, following the status quo could actually be quite beneficial for you, but I'll dive into that message in a second. Let me just get another one for you. Loyal heart could be about somebody around you, could be about your relationships, where it's going. One more from this deck, then I'll move on to the others. Interesting. You have a not for you, and you also have co-create. So if there is rejection anyway, or if there's something that you're worried about, whether it's going to work out for you or not, I almost get the sense that they're saying, look, if it's not for you, then it's just not for you. Like, you can't miss an opportunity that's destined for you. At the end of the day, you have co-create here, which is amazing. This shows me that the universe and yourself are co-creating to bring something into your world that's specifically designed for you. Look at the egg and the pattern on the egg and the cheetah, right? This is you. The owl is the universe, and this is what you're co-creating. Okay? So it's almost like you and the universe are having this conversation. Make sure that you get clear on what it is you want to manifest or bring into your world, and trust that it's happening, okay? And if there is any rejection along the way, just know that that path specifically or that direction is not the right direction. There are always other ways of going around things, okay? So if you do find it as a blockage, it's just a blockage. There are lots of paths that lead to the same place, okay? You have to understand that. But anyway, let's carry on moving forward here. I'm almost just wanting to say, like, rest assured, don't get that anxious. Sometimes anxiety can be, for me as an anxious person, sometimes it makes me feel like I thought about everything. So, like, good for me in a sense. I'm just turning off my phone there. Other times it can get way too much and you start getting anxious about things that might not even happen. So for a lot of you, if it happens, amazing. If it doesn't happen, then it's just not for you. There is something else. So, okay, just some redirection. Again, could be something to do with a relationship coming up this week for some of you. I mean, only for those of you who are thinking about it already, you could be really considering whether or not this person is for you or not. If not, and you really do believe that, okay, believe it, not anxious about it. If you feel like somebody's not for you, there is someone else out there better and more equipped to you. So for those of you who feel like someone's not really compatible, that could be a message for somebody out there. Then this could just be a sign that maybe someone's playing a bit of games with you here. That's not for everybody. For others of you who are in, long-term loving relationships, there could be something coming up here where the both of you are really needing to work together, okay? to get through it together. Now, the one thing I wanted to say about By the Book before we move forward into the other oracle cards is whatever you're anxious about, I feel like allow yourself to be led. There's a few messages I get from this. Community is very important. So even if that's someone online that you see is doing the thing that you want to do and they are teaching about it or they're talking about it, like follow in their footsteps a little bit, because there's no harm in doing that. We don't always have to be different all the time. We don't always have to find another route. Sometimes doing what we know works will be the best way to get what you want. Okay, that's something that some of you might need to hear. The By the Book card is getting back into those studies, get back to that book. I don't know if you need to read more, study more, or just again go down the route that you know works. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and this is just saying just start, just move forward, just go by the book, follow the leader a little bit here and see where you're being led. Okay, but anyway, let's carry on here. For my lovely Aries, please, for this week. Release. Some of you might be feeling a bit guilty about something. Some of you might be, still haunted by the past, things that have already ended. You are being called to release something, whether it's a fear or whether it is this card usually interesting. You also have grief here at the same time, right? And that's also coming through with the heart chakra too. So your heart chakra is very important for you guys this week. There's a few messages I want to say. If there is something that's not for you, it is time to let it go. And also, whilst you're doing that, make sure that you let go of any guilt that you have or any blame that you have on anyone else. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes people are just not very nice people, but don't let that rule your next steps or ruin your life. Okay, a lot of the time we can all get caught up on things that hurt us. It's very normal. Sometimes we remember things unconsciously to remind ourselves of, don't go into another situation like that again. Our brains are wired to be that way, okay, to kind of go over the danger. But we don't need to hold on to this anymore. You don't need to hold on to any guilt, any blame. Release any blame from the past. It's now time to move forward. Okay, you're being called to release something. Now for some of you, the graveyard and the grief card here, some of you could still be grieving somebody, and that's completely fine. If you are, then the message behind this card is saying, like, it's okay to let your tears out. It's okay to grieve something that you loved. Whether it's an old chapter, an old part of yourself, or actually a person, then other people might not understand why something still impacts you. The card here is like, it could have been a pet for some of you, because that's what this card is about, okay? She's crying about her dog, and the people around her are like, it's just a dog though. But it's not just a dog. It was a companion. It's somebody who means a lot to her. Of course, I would bawl my eyes out if my pets passed away. So if you guys are grieving something, anything, it clearly meant a lot to you. It's clearly something that you loved. Okay, so it's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through those feelings completely. So don't allow anybody to get in the way of that process, because sometimes you do need to go through that process. Okay, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Don't release grief. I don't think that's the message here. I think it's more about, I think these two messages are separate here. Okay, alrighty, let's carry on. I do have another oracle deck here for you. It's a key word for the week here, Aries. Let's see. Grief. God damn, I was not expecting that. Matches my shirt here. The affirmation for this is, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So some of you are definitely having to let go of something here, and it's a struggle for you. So I completely understand that. You have two cards of grief here, okay, my angels, and it's okay. Go through the feelings, okay? It's okay to do that. It's part of the process, and it never really kind of goes away. But it is something that does kind of get a little bit, you learn to not accept it. What's the right words for it? It's hard to speak about grief, to be honest. But as someone who has lost someone too, I think you're always going to shed a tear about it completely. But it means that you love that person, or the situation meant something to you, because for some of you, it's not always a person. You could grieve your old self, all right? It means you love that person or that version of yourself in some ways, or that chapter of your life. It's okay to grieve it. It means that you loved it. Okay, you can now appreciate it. All right, Let's carry on, my angels. Let's get a message for you, specifically for you this week. I got two. Look at these great cards, the Magician and the Ten of Cups. Right, the Magician is really all about you being very resourceful this week and believing that you're able to bring your dreams into your reality. Whether you are trying to manifest this Ten of Cups, which is emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment between you and others. This is my community card as well. Happy family, happy home, just happy dreams, like achieving that ultimate dream emotionally. Feels like it is either something that you're I think it's something that you're trying to create and bring to life here, is that everything is going to be happy in the end. It's usually the rainbow in this card after the storm. This is the before tarot deck, so this is the rain before they get to the rainbow. Okay, so you're trying to manifest a situation to get better, clearly, most likely feelings that could again relate to that heart chakra here. I'm going to go over what this anxiety card is. The anxiety card for some of you might actually be about either your work, your money here, or whether something is actually going to pay off for you. The Eight of Pentacles is like building on your skills, your talents, your abilities, kind of getting back what you've been putting in. So some of you could really be worried about whether something's really going to pay off for you, whether something's really going to take you somewhere. That could be what the anxiety is about. The Empress here is reminding you, Aries, that you are abundant. The Empress is all about kind of radiating abundance. She knows what she's deserving of. She does not settle for less. And also she doesn't worry because she knows that she's deserving, that it's going to come her way. So a lot of you're very good at what you do. In terms of work here, for some of you might need to hear it, or what you're working on, whether it's yourself, other areas of your life, take it how it resonates in yours. You're putting a lot of effort into something. You are gaining a lot of skills. You're learning new things. You're really growing what it is that you're doing. So this abundant mindset will really kind of help with that anxiety here. And of course, that dove bird above here represents peace. So trying to find peace with a situation that you don't need to actively overly do it. For some of you need to hear that because the Empress is all about attracting and not chasing. I think you are having a beautiful balance here because you're doing the work. So you're going to reap the rewards, okay? Don't worry too much about it. And again, if it's not for you, then it won't be for you. Nothing's going to be in vain. Either way, you're building up your skills. You're working on something here. Whether it's personal development that's going to give you a benefit in the end, like I'm almost hearing some of you just need to hear that. Right, I'm gonna go over the heart chakra because it's clearly a card coming through here. You have the Four of Pentacles, usually a card of like not opening up or being a bit stubborn. Again, I'm not sure if that's you or somebody else, so I will let you take it how it resonates. But you guys might not be, I think something internally in your heart space needs a little bit of attention because you might not be able to see it, because either you are not accepting love in, or you're not able to give it out or give it to yourself or whatever. Like almost seeing a little bit of a guard up here with the Four of Pentacles. It's like usually he's holding it really close to his chest because he's scared of opening up, scared of losing something. So for some of you, maybe you lost a loved one, or you went through a really heavy breakup in the past and that's really affected you, for example, and that's something that you've been grieving. You know, maybe it was someone that you really loved and unfortunately didn't work out very well, or whatever it is. Maybe it just hurt you. You might be struggling to open up moving forward in relationships and bring happiness to yourself because of some stubbornness that if you open up, then you're going to get hurt, or if you open up, then you're going to lose the things that you've, I think it's more about the barrier that you've put over your heart, to be honest. But anyway, let's get another card for the heart chakra. Oh, here we go. The Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. This is a self-imposed prison. And again, in a sense with the heart chakra, there's clearly some problems and have been some problems, but don't get stuck there. There's always a way around it. We can always heal. Okay. We can always do what we need to do to heal. There's always something that we can do. The Eight of Swords is that self-imposed prison that you're stuck there. You're stuck in the pain, or you're stuck being single, or whatever it is to you, whatever the thing is. Try not to, I feel like in your mind, and take this lightly. I know some people might get triggered with this, but if it doesn't resonate, it's not your message, okay? Don't get mad at me. But some of you in your headspace, it's a lot more complicated than it is in reality. Like, it's almost like these people are the same, and pretty much actually is wearing the same things. In reality, it's almost like she's on this throne. She knows her worth, okay, which is representing you guys. You know your worth, you know what you're deserving of. You've worked really hard for yourself. You've built yourself up here. A really good card to being like stable. But there is a fear here in her head. She's stuck. She's trapped. She's lost. She doesn't know where she's going. She can't get out of a situation, or she can't get out of a mindset or feeling a certain way. The Eight of Swords is like, take the blindfold off, basically come out of the headspace and really look at what's around you, because there's a solution. So in terms of your heart space, whatever that is, you don't have to be stuck there. Definitely don't be stuck there. There is a card here. It's a Five of Pentacles, but I'm going to put it upside down there because it didn't flip out in your reading, I don't think. Right, I'm going to clarify each of these cards because I feel like I need to. So let's look at the By the Book card. New beginnings. Also, this is a really good, like, successful result if you follow the status quo. Like I said, if you do what you know works and you've seen works for others. All right, might be for some of you following your own advice. For others of you, again, following the leader could end up leading towards a brand new beginning for yourself. The Wild card is a very beautiful card about new cycles coming in when you do something differently. Okay. All right. The Loyal Hearts. You're the Knight of Swords and a Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting. Ten of Pentacles is really about stability. The Knight of Swords can be about rushing something or jumping to a conclusion with something, or a little bit of aggression. You also have the Three of Swords and a Five of Cups. So this is, of course, around your like soulmates. Some of you, I'm going to have to split the message up, so bear with me, because some of you are single, some of you are dating, some of you are in relationships, some of you are in bad relationships, some of you in good ones. There's a lot of different people we're trying to get the message out for. So Knight of Swords, I would say if you are choosing a partner, don't rush, okay? If you're wanting stability and longevity and, you know, the end all be all with somebody, a traditional, I don't know what it is. This card represents stability, financial stability, and all that great stuff, a legacy. Make sure you're picking the right partner. Same with business wise as well. Loyal Hearts could represent like a collaboration with someone. If you are co-creating with someone, a message for somebody out there could be, don't rush something. If you're wanting the Pentacles, stability, you're gonna have to take it slow and steady. Otherwise, there is a risk of disappointment here. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Swords though, because this feels like a little bit of the blockage of this. The Six of Swords. Let me look at this. Now, for those of you who are dealing with somebody, Knight of Swords and a Six of Swords, I don't know if there's like a few arguments here. Like, I am kind of feeling a sense of like independence with these cards, like the difference between these two. They're both swords, by the way. So really communication is key in terms of your relationships. The Knight of Swords is almost like, well, I'm going to go and do it alone, like, because it's in a rush. Whereas the Six of Swords is like, okay, let's do it together. And this is a very beautiful card because it says you're moving away from chaos together into much stable times, right? Towards stability, which is this. To get to stability, we have to work as a team. So for some of you in relationships, okay, healthy ones, clearly, just with a little bit of aggression. It's okay when you're in your feelings, emotions, you feel angry. It's okay to kind of feel like I'm going to do it myself. But this case, I feel like for some of you, you need to hear that collaboration and communication is key to actually getting that stability in the future, okay? Because for some of you, you are with somebody who there is a lot of love there, okay? Now, for those who are single, same thing. Don't go rushing ahead. Just trying to choose anybody, which I'm sure you're not. But it's just to say here, if you want stability, don't rush, okay? Let's look at the Not For You card. We have the Chariot, which is lovely. This is about determination and forward movement. So this is very similar to what I was saying. Usually this card comes in when there's a game being played, but I don't sense that specifically for you. I think this is similar to the anxiety card of what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? Then it's not that much of a problem. You will get that goal at the end of the day. What's being rejected is something that is not for you. That's it. That's all that it is. Don't know why my cheek's getting red for you guys, Aries. But anyways, look, this person getting into the chariot knows that there will be bumpy roads ahead, blockages in the road. Kind of the road ahead is a little, you can only plan so much, Aries. It's something that you guys need to hear. The rest of it is down to your determination. Just because you've planned something doesn't mean that everything's going to work out exactly as the plan is. And that's what we should all understand is the case for everything. Not everything will go as planned, but it's about your determination and your mindset that, okay, you can think on the spot. You can deal with it when it comes up. If you get rejected in one area, okay, what's the next thing? Let's go in a different way. The chariot is really about your determination to chase your dreams, to get to that goal and that wish fulfillment, okay? These sphinxes represent the yin and yang of the journey ahead, understanding that there will be both good and bad moments. Either way, you know that and you're prepared for that and you're able to navigate along the way, okay? Make sure that you understand that. When it comes down to things that might not be for you, it is protection at the end of the day. Let's look at co-create, and I will look into the grief card for some of you. Co-create. Devil. The devil with the co-create and the Tower card. That looks like foundation's going to fall apart in something that you're co-creating. This is co-create usually is representing you and the universe here. So I wonder why the devil's come up. I'm going to dive into it. Some of you, this could be work situations, or fear could be getting in the way of you co-creating with spirit. Okay. If this is you kind of manifesting in something that is rightfully yours, the devil might be trying to come in to tempt you away from what's good for you. So just be wary of that. The devil is basically your fears. It could be, maybe some toxic situations or any kind of temptation. All right. But let's see. Co-create. Page of Pentacles, which is good. It's about learning as you go. This is like the apprentice card. And what do apprentices do? Well, they learn as they go. They learn through experience. So you guys could really be taking that first step into something. We have the King of Wands. So for some of you, there could be a new position coming up for you guys. It feels like the devil is the Seven of Cups. So this can sometimes mean that maybe your options are a little bit unclear, or you get a little bit confused, or this is kind of giving me like a mental fog. Don't allow the devil to come in when you're feeling vulnerable. That's why I'm like fear. Don't allow fear to come in when you're vulnerable. Not everything is going to be clear to you along the path, but just keep taking the steps forward, keep making decisions, keep having that courage. And if there is any confusion, take your time to balance it. Okay. But some of you need to understand that your mind or, the fears might be tricking you into thinking that you can't have the things that you're wanting. The things that you want, you can't have. That's not true. That's just that fear speaking. And be careful of anyone who's trying to cloud your judgment, or even yourself. Sometimes it's our own fears that cloud our judgment. Okay. Let's look at the grief card as well. Six of Cups, grieving something from the past. Okay, this is past energy. Now, this is also about nostalgia. So you guys could really be thinking about memories of people who you might not have in your life anymore. Again, past version of yourself, whatever it is to you. But Six of Cups coming through with grief is clearly something that has been in your life for a while, or is quite a big thing in your life. One more for the Six of Cups. Three of Cups and Cups and Page of Wands. Some of you could be friendships. The Three of Cups, or it could be significantly to do with like siblings, or it could be, again, friendships, or it could be some people who are quite meaningful to you. Page of Wands, I think you're reflecting on some good things here. Good moments that you miss, whether you had good people around you or maybe some certain specific people. Page of Wands is usually about, like, I see it as good news or an announcement of some kind. So I don't know if you're hearing about something, or it's an anniversary or something here and it's reminding you of something. Could be some communication coming through, or you're being told that you're on the right path. Okay, so whatever you're grieving, that's completely okay. When the time is right, you can release that grief if it's of, again, a chapter in your life, because the Eight of Wands is a really nice confirmation that you are on the right path moving forward, okay? So whatever you've had to let go of along the way, kind of is a part of the journey, okay? Alrighty, my angels, I think we've gone a bit over time, which is okay, but that's what I have for you. I hope this reading has made sense to some of you, and if it did, I hope it helped you out. Let me know in the comments section. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. My lovely Aries, and I hope to see you guys next week. All right.